I decided I would do a little devotional tonight. I was scrolling on the Bible app and I found this 21-day all in devotional. 21 days of discovering what it means to be all in with Christ. And I scrolled through day one and it looked pretty cool. So I wanted to share it with you guys. It's very short. It's just this and a Bible verse. It's not mine. I didn't write it, but I thought it'd be cool to share. So, Take a Seat by Marcus Marshall. Many times in my life, I've been called an all or nothing type of guy. In other words, when I am in, I'm all in. But when I'm out, I'm all out. I remember first coming to the Lord, and I wanted to do as much as possible for Jesus. No matter how big or small, I just wanted to serve Jesus. You're often known for your performance and effort when playing sports. I took the same mentality into following Jesus. I got my identity from serving Jesus instead of sitting with him. Being all in means you will serve Jesus. But those things never become more important than Jesus himself. As we see in this passage, Martha is upset at her sister Mary because she is just sitting while she is working. And honestly, in the story, I wish I was Mary, but I'm probably more Martha. Often, in God's presence, I feel like he wants me to do more for him. In reality, he wants me to spend time with him and be with him. There will always be things to do for God. And if you get identity from what you do, then fulfillment will never come, because there will always be another opportunity to do another task. So if you're always filling your identity with how much you do, then nothing will ever come from that, because that won't ever fulfill you, and there will always be more stuff to do. So there's like this 100%, and you keep completing tasks, and you think you're getting to 100%, but then there's more and more tasks on the back end of that, and it's just a constant thing. So you're never really going to fulfill yourself by your works, is what this is saying. So Jesus tells Martha not to be troubled or distracted by serving. I encourage you never to value the work of Jesus more than Jesus. Sometimes you may love the music more than him, or the long phone calls of advice more than him. As you go about your day, pay attention to your actions and ask yourself why you're doing it. Do you think he will love you more? Are you trying to be more valuable to him? Or is it out of a pure heart to serve the one you love? How can you take a seat today and be with Jesus? Is that hard for you? Let's see. So, basically, when you're going about tasks, and especially service for God, whether that's in the church or like me creating content and stuff about Christ, what is your reason behind that? And that's a big part of where you get your fulfillment. I think this is saying it's not so much about how much you do or what you're doing, really, but the position of your heart, and if it's to serve others and to serve God. Yeah, so very short little Bible devotional. The verse is Luke 10:39 through 42. Her sister Mary sat on the Lord's feet, listening to what he taught, but Martha was distracted by the big dinner she was preparing. She came to Jesus and said, "Lord, doesn't it seem unfair to you that my sister just sits here while I do all the work? Tell her to come and help me." But the Lord said to her, "My dear Martha, you are worried and upset over all these details. There is only one thing worth being concerned about. Mary has discovered it, and it will not be taken away from her." In weightlifting, bodybuilding, it's about your effort and everything and your physique and the end result. But that is not at all what it is with Jesus. It is way more the journey and where your heart is, and sometimes just sitting back and being in his presence and not working. I really like these couple of sentences in here, and one of them is, I encourage you never to value the work of Jesus more than Jesus. And I think that's just really powerful. And when I was first skimming through this, that really stuck out to me. And that's just like a great reminder to realize that it's not about the work, and that we shouldn't put our work, and especially our work for the Lord, above the Lord. So, I thought that was really cool. Another thing is, there will always be things to do for God. And if you get your identity from what you do, then fulfillment will never come, because there will always be another opportunity to do another task, which is just that filling up the bar to 100%, but then there's another 10%, another 10% that just keeps getting added on, and you will never find fulfillment in completing tasks, because there will always be another, and always more that you can do, and more that you think you can do, but really God's just calling you to serve. It doesn't matter how much, where, or what. It matters your heart, not what, where, or how much. So yeah, those were my 2 biggest takeaways. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and if you enjoyed this, let me know, and I'll probably be doing more of these in the future, and hopefully in every single video I create. But yeah, that is all for this week. Hope you guys had a great week, and I'll see you guys next week.